Hi, I'm back, I think. Am I back? We back. Woo. I'm not frustrated at all, I promise you. I'm not angry beyond belief, I promise you. I love not being able to stream a game whenever I want, for as long as I want without interruption. I fucking love it.
I apologize for the grotesque display interrupting tonight's performance. We are tardy in arrival, but the lance you hold is our offering to the ceremony.
What? You claim this lance? You mean to say you were the ones who did the deed?
Well...
Yes. It is as you say.
We would get on Fortin's good side? Do we want to be on his good side?
God above! How do you justify this?
Years ago, Luis ordered my hometown destroyed. Hulkenberg, our ally before you, was herself a royal guard in service to his late highness. Even the songstress, Juna, aided us on several occasions. Above all else, we are a group who came together to try Luis for his crimes. Traitor and Kingslayer both.
Like, he's involved with us right now for doing the deed? I know, right?
And to do that, we had to enter his company. We took no joy in disguising our true intentions, not from your eminence, nor the people.
This is gonna be interesting.
But today, finally, we have seen justice done. Luis has paid for his sins. And at last, at long last, my parents can rest in peace.
Paying homage to his speaking thingy during his awakening. This looks exactly like that. It does a little bit.
I had not realized you were such an actor.
Hulkenberg, please. His speaker thingy was bullshit anyway. His people lived. Look, I don't deny that, but at the time he believed that they were all dead. So not really a fraud, just mistaken. It is still, to date, the coolest.
Or do you truly weep?
Poor
It's
Hulkenberg.
just hitting me now. We finally won.
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please.
They're just waltzing off stage for some reason.
That explains why the songstress was so often with Luis, as well as these brave misfits.
I understand. It all makes sense now. I had wondered why a member of the Prince's own guard would fall in with Luis. You have done well to execute the rebel. I am sure that His late Majesty and His Highness must be pleased. And of course, the Sanctus Church recognizes your divine relic.
Of course it does.
Now we shall greet tomorrow's festivities with fresh peace in our hearts.
Thought it was actually smart. Why didn't you just use the Holy Grail to wish Louise to be teleported 100 kilometers above ground? Well, I like that plan.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
Yeah, it's about the relic. We only borrowed it because it belongs to her tribe, so...
You must be the Lady Hulkenberg. The day His Highness was attacked, I heard you fought harder than any other.
Hey, good news about His
Your
Highness.
blade even struck the back of the blackguard who did it. Of all his defenders, you came closest to avenging the prince.
Look at that smoke smile.
But where you faltered then, you triumphed today. In form and heart, you are a true knight.
I don't want to hear that from you, Ford.
Is something the matter?
Oh, no. You honor me greatly, Your Eminence.
Now, this lance. The Sanctus Church will confiscate it for now. A lance capable of
There you go.
killing the tournament's candidates would only sow panic and chaos.
Yes, as you wish. We brought it as an offering anyway.
Indeed. You may step down now.
Stroll? I mean, I'm surprised he would keep it. We'll have to get back somehow. Here we
Think
go.
you can just walk away, do ya? You owe us a moment or three.
Maybe 5. We actually gained popularity from that. This should break the prince's curse. I bet it doesn't. Oh, I bet it doesn't.
So you lot were working against us from the start. And you right along with them, Lady Juna.
What was your motive? Why did you kill Lord Luis?
If this was truly a matter of justice and not simply petty revenge, then we owe it to them to explain why we have taken their guiding force. They deserve that much, Captain. Do you not agree?
Alright, well, it's time for the truth.
All right. It's time for the truth.
I am sorry if I'm overstepping my mark. I know I'm but the latest to become your ally, but...
No,
you're
we
right.
speak the truth. We have sought to save the rightful heir to the throne, to break the curse afflicting His Highness the Prince.
What's that? The prince? He's dead, mate. Wait, he is dead, isn't he?
He's dead, all right. You lot will need a better story than that if you don't want to get cut open where you stand.
He had to be declared dead in order to protect him. Though he lives, he is bedridden, cursed by magic.
And the only way left to undo that curse was to kill Luis.
Those of us who wanted the prince restored formed a secret faction. And I was a spy in its service, trying to find out if we had any option beyond murder.
To be fair, if you maybe the US were already 10 times more useful than Heismay story-wise. Also power-wise, Heismay just seems to die damn near instantly.
I cannot expect you to understand all this immediately. However...
You did this for the prince! His father, the king, was a coward! Puppet of Forden! It was because of him that this country rotted from the inside! And for his son! For his bloody, useless corpse of a son! What made you think his life was worth more than Count Luis?
Honestly, a good point, because nobody cares about the prince. Everyone thinks he's dead. Why would they suddenly want the prince to be king? He has no popularity behind him.
Worth more? I thought you two hated when people tell you any life weighs more than another.
I myself have never met His Highness, nor do I know what sort of person he is. But I want to see the future these people believe in.
Despite our many differences of tribe and status, we still banded together. Through them, I saw the possibility of a world united.
And before the prince dies, I reckon there's a good chance of that.
Besides, when Luis talked about burning down my island, I thought I saw the shock and despair on your faces too.
Look, you two. Was Luis really a master worth your trust? I think it's worth listening to your hearts now. I know we'd be happy to have you.
Hold a moment. These two were Luis's right-hand men. I would advise against this.
No, their hearts are as loyal as any of ours. They but served another master.
Lady Juna.
Racist.
They really were watching out for us.
He does hate them, yeah.
Never knew. I couldn't protect Basilio when it mattered most. They put him through so much for their sudden igniter experiments, and
wait, what?
And now protecting him's all I've got.
Del.
Maybe it is time to step back, get away from this bloody business. I guess this was all.
Parapis Batui. I like them. These guys are cool. Look at him. Also, igniter experiments? That's not good.
Count Luis gave us a dream to fight for, but I suppose it was the kind that doesn't feel right after you wake.
Look at Basilio. He's top tier.
So,
head pats for
we're
both.
drifters now. Maybe we'll open up that restaurant after all, eh? We'll see you around, Lady Juna.
We didn't get is Katharina. Oh, he seems down.
Look, I'm not the smart one, you lot know that, so I don't know whether to punch you or thank you. I've never been this confused in all my life.
Poor guy.
Damn it, I just don't get it.
Put some more points in intelligence.
Oh, Del, wait! Don't you wander off like that?
Pink Parapis? Yes.
You mean all that about the restaurant, yeah?
Parapis? Is that what it is? I haven't seen her in a hot minute either.
You were feeling. I'm sorry this was all I could do.
Ah, Captain, let us tarry no more. We must check His Highness's condition.
And here's the point where it all falls to shit. I'm sure of it.
Yes, you're
5
right.
tolerance and 1
that
wisdom.
should have lifted the curse.
30 strength. He's still cursed.
What? What's going on? The cursed thorns haven't disappeared.
But the caster is dead. Forden and his guard were sure to check Luis's body.
Mission accomplished. Let's go.
Calm down, everyone. We don't want to yell about this in public. Let's go back to the inn for now.
His Highness still suffers under the curse. But Luis is dead. I cannot fathom it.
It wasn't Luis.
Maybe we killed a fake. Like his body double. Or something. No. There's no way that wasn't Luis. We couldn't fight him in person and still be mistaken.
And Luis would have nothing to gain from faking his death, surely. After all, it put the lance in Forden's hands.
Knowing all that, might the curse have been cast by someone else entirely?
But that would mean... we killed an innocent person, wouldn't it?
I would hardly call him innocent.
That bastard was no innocent. He destroyed my home. He murdered the king. And...
True enough, old boy. But that's not why we were out to kill the chap.
He said it himself. That killing him accomplished nothing. Was it really true?
Innocent's a bit of a stretch. He was by no means innocent. Not by any capacity of the word.
Yet he had the formula for the curse in his possession. Surely that marks his guilt?
Even so, there remains a modicum of doubt in the matter. Perhaps Luis was researching the curse for another reason.
He was also going to raise your village, Yufa? Yeah, basically.
If he was framed, it is possible he aimed to clear his name.
How did Forden know there was a Black Knight on the night of the assault? The consequences of the assault were widely known. It wasn't like it was kept secret. Rella did say it was only an outline, likely jotted from memory. This wasn't a formula to begin with, just Luis' scratch work. Proof that he was looking for a way to prove his innocence.
But if it wasn't Luis, who else could have...
That night, His Highness the Prince was already fleeing when I arrived at the scene. I encountered the assailant as I sought to protect His Highness. I pursued and slashed across their back.
To research the curse to undo the magla flowing in the prince's body. Koo's cooking. Koo's been cooking a lot.
Right. I remember Forden mentioned something about that. Is there anything else you can remember?
Fie! No, I can recall nothing else. No other clues. Yet... no. 'Tis odd. I believe this is the first time I have recounted the particulars to anyone.
Koo cooked! Koo actually cooked! She told no one about the slash across the back.
I told the investigators only that I failed to capture the culprit. The shame of my failure kept me silent on the rest.
Rich, you're back? Another C?
What? But just earlier, Forden said...
Yes, he told a story that none but the culprit could attest to. How does Forden know?
Have fun but soon, yep. No, that Hawk was the one who stood against the culprit. I thought all the information about the attack was like knowledge amongst, you know, the upper echelons of society. Because, you know, he is like the head priest. Pope, whatever. So, didn't think that was secret, but I guess it was. Or just she didn't tell anyone about the slash, which is a bit odd. But...
could Forden be the one behind all of this?
I have no evidence to say otherwise.
You do realize he's the sanctifex of the entire Dashed Sanctus Church?
Nay, but that does not make it impossible. It wasn't long after the prince's passing that His Majesty named Sanctism the state religion.
there you go, that's more info.
If not for the matter concerning the king's magic, Forden's claim to the throne would have been unshakable.
Sounds like motive enough to want the prince gone.
We have to find out, even if it's remotely possible. Let's question Forden in person at the main festival tomorrow.
Wait, this is not what I was expecting. Wait, Forden is going to be the big bad.
We'll
What?
need that divine lance back, too. It's not something we want in Forden's hands, especially now.
Hey, I'm going to go talk to my sister. She's bound to be somewhere in the city for
Just
the
killed Louise for no reason? I mean, no. No, Louise did commit, you know, what's the word? What's the side word for this? He assassinated the king. Patricide? No, patricide's for the father. Regicide. Regicide. And, you know, massacre. He did also commit massacres by bringing humans to attack villages. We know of one instance. But yeah, we weren't assassinating him for that reason. It was all for the prince. So we were wrong. But now there's nothing with the prince. Who's the for? True. Homicide? No, it's regicide.
Sister, I should explain. All that fuss today was...
Is it safe for you to come to such a public place?
Probably not.
What? No, it's fine. It's not like we caused a riot or anything. We even explained ourselves to Forden's satisfaction. Actually...
That's not what I meant. You're the songstress, remember?
Ah, yes. Suppose you're right.
I know we talked before about the loophole in the king's protective magic. But I never thought you would be the one to strike Luis down. And that lance you presented... I take it that's why you went to Verger Island.
We didn't mean for it to be such a spectacle. It didn't exactly go according to plan. But at least we kept a tyrant off the throne.
And that's why I was wondering if I could ask you something. About Sanctifex Forden. What kind of man he really is.
Because...
You see Wilder and Gina?
Well,
Yeah.
now that Luis is out of the picture, we know who's got the best chance.